Hi, love. Welcome back to Spirit Guide Tarot, the place where we fall in love with life. I am so glad to see you. If you're new here, hello, my name is Anya Light. I'm so grateful that you trusted your intuition and clicked on this video. You felt like something resonated, and I'm so proud of you. So, yay. All right, so let's dive right in. I'm going to be really honest with you. I feel like this reading is really important. Now, yes, I think all readings are important, and I'm grateful to share whenever Spirit calls me to share a reading. But this one feels like it could be really, really helpful for you. I feel like this is a really applicable message to basically every human. So yeah, I feel like this message is very important for those of you, for you found this message, and I feel grateful to be able to share this message. So now that I've Palo Santo'd the space, so it's been really interesting, friends, because how I've been doing readings for the past couple weeks is different, is unique. I like this new way. What's basically been going on for me is I'm walking around in my normal life, just doing my thing, and all of a sudden a tarot card will come into my mind and come into my consciousness, and then it'll stay there. And it'll start to reveal things to me about the message that's coming through. So it's not like I'm even using physical cards to get the beginnings of these messages. It's like the card itself is just coming to me and I'm letting it speak to me. So this card came in a couple days ago, the Tower card. It's one of the most feared and dreaded cards in the deck, but it also, in a way, holds some of the most profound and deep wisdom of the deck as well. And so the message that was coming through is that I need to speak to a group of people who are currently going through a tower moment. Side note, if you are not going through a tower moment and you still feel drawn to watch this video, please put this information in your brain for when your next tower moment happens, because tower moments happen throughout life. It's not like something we can avoid or escape. It happens periodically to all of us, no matter who we are. So yeah, if you feel like a pull to watch this video, there's a reason for it. So while the timing of it may not perfectly match what you're going through, there's a reason you're here. Does that make sense? Okay. So enough preamble. So to start out, I thought I would pull an oracle card and see what comes up. This is from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle by Tori Hartman, one of my favorite decks of all time. Yeah. Okay. So I am getting the Despondence card. Despondence. And I'm going to read the story. I love this deck because it gives these little really interesting parables, and you basically use your own intuition to interpret what it's about, if I can find it. Sorry, sometimes here we go. Okay, so I'll read the overview of the card first, and then I'll read the little parable that goes with it, okay? Remember that this corresponds to the Tower card. This gives more information about the Tower. All right. You have all the answers that you need within. This card may indicate an emotional tie that no longer serves you. Remember, how you relate to the issue is the issue. Obstacles are removed when you change your relationship to them. And here is the little story that goes with it. Iris is depressed and unable to look after herself or her home. She cries out, excuse me. That was a sneeze that did not come out. Sorry about that, friends. She cries out to the great spirits for help. Mother Earth appears and suggests Iris that she should shower, eat a good meal, and clean up her house. So she does, but she still feels despondent. Suddenly, a hurricane hits and Iris springs into action to rescue her neighbor's children. In the urgency, Iris finds the way out of depression by taking action. And then there's a little bit of like an inspirational thing at the bottom here. It says, Iris teaches us that the only route out of stagnation is motion. If we do nothing, we must accept the consequences. Okay, this is really beautiful here. The way out of stagnation is motion. That is exactly what the Tower card is. So let me explain to you guys, for those of you who don't know. The Tower card is a picture of a giant tower, physical structure, and there's a lightning bolt hitting it, and then people are leaping out of the windows to save themselves. So it's about this moment where everything changes. So what the lightning bolt represents is motion and energy from the universe that comes to break us out of false foundations. So this tower is built on something not real, something unstable, something not lasting, right? So, oh, that's so interesting that just happened. Did you see that just now? You can rewind the video a few seconds. I just said the tower is built on something not lasting, and I think the power just went out in my apartment because the lights all just went off. Okay, you can't make this up, okay? Okay, so the universe wants to highlight the importance of hearing that, my friend. The tower moment is when the universe comes in, okay, and it basically tears apart false foundations, and it gives us a new place to rise and to build again, to start over in some way. Now, it doesn't mean necessarily that our whole life is, ruined, or like it sometimes the tower is about individual parts of our life that need readjusting, but sometimes the tower is about literally huge drastic changes in our entire life. It just depends. There is different like levels of intensity to the tower, okay? So my love, you may be going through right now like a level 10 intensity, 10 out of 10, where everything in your life is like completely uncertain. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe someone that you love, that you dearly love, has transitioned to the next life. Maybe you've been diagnosed with an illness. A friend that you love you've got an argument with a friend and a friendship is falling apart. Whatever it is for you, like it's a level 10 intensity. It seems real bad right now. It seems really bad. Do you hear that siren? There's like a... Wow. And for some reason, my nose won't stop running in this moment. It didn't start till I got on the camera, so there's something going on here. Again, like I said, this is a really important message for you. Or maybe your tower moment right now is like a level 1 or level 2. It's just this moment of shift. That lightning bolt represents this shift. The universe is bringing in motion to break up stagnant energy. I went through a tower moment last year, around this exact time, actually. And something that it taught me And of course, this wasn't new information necessarily. This was a deepening of the journey that I've been on since my spiritual awakening began many years ago. But I learned truly how to be in the present moment in a way that I had never really experienced before. Hear that siren? I don't know if you can, I don't know if the mic is picking it up. It sounds like an ambulance. Spirit's really highlighting something for you here. But anyway, back last year, I really, and of course, when I was doing tarot readings for myself at the time, I kept pulling the tarot card over and over and over. That's when I really started to understand that tower card. Did I say tarot card? Tower. Anyway, tower card. Yeah, tower cards are the energy of motion, the energy of a new beginning, that swipe away, that cleanse away any kind of conflict. The Five of Wands is about battles and disagreements and not seeing eye to eye with other people. It's just a lot of conflict, whether internal or external or both. And while the Tower moment is incredibly uncomfortable and not pleasant, and I wouldn't necessarily like wish it on anyone, it does have the blessing. It is the blessing itself of washing away this energy. And honestly, I'd rather see a Tower card in a reading than this. This is what, my friend, you have moved out of, or are in the process of moving out of. This kind of conflict energy. This is just like, ugh. This is like, if we stay stuck in this for a long time, life gets very gross. But Tower, on the other hand, is like divine intervention from the universe. It's sudden change, sudden movement. And like we were hearing in the parable about Iris, like she was depressed, she was stuck. She was just like in a plateau state. There was no movement, no growth, no evolution. And then, this storm came. And it forced her into action. Like literally Mother Nature comes and shifts things. It's like the Tower, Mother Nature sends this lightning bolt, right? And I think that's actually what's happening to me right now, because there is actually a storm predicted for later today. I thought it was coming many, many hours, but maybe it's coming very soon because I think it just knocked the power out. But yeah. So yeah, I wanted to talk to you about the Tower moment that you're going through right now, or you will be at some point. And first, I just wanted to say my heart goes out to you because this isn't easy. This is not easy, what you're going through. And $14 on the timer. And also, even though, and as well, it's not easy, but it's similar to the 10 of Swords energy of like, it can only get better from here. It can only get better from here. And sometimes in those dark moments where everything is like mixing around, shifting, like everything is like wobbly under our feet. We don't have a solid sense of ground. Everything is shifting. Everything is confusing. Everything is traumatizing and awful and just like, fuck. Like, fuck. I'm trying not to swear as much in videos, but that word seemed appropriate. With the fuck moment, the Tower is the oh fuck moment. It sometimes helps to try to laugh about it a little bit and to be like, well, how much worse could it get? Like, this is shit. And just kind of like, something I do when I'm going through Tower moments is I literally talk out loud to myself, and I kind of make it silly. I'm like, well, this is crap, or well, this is a horrible situation and I can't believe this hasn't killed me yet. And I kind of make myself, like, I don't make myself, but I allow myself to kind of just like talk out loud and be very silly and ridiculous, almost like I make my life seem like a cartoon, and I observe my life from outside of myself, and I look in and I kind of narrate the story in a very funny, silly, weird way to kind of just lighten the mood. Like, well, this is just terrible. Wow. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't mean to make light of what you're going through, but I also, there are things we can do to shift the energy to make the energy bearable while we're in it. Does that make sense? So I want to ask the cards here, what is a strength that you have, a blessing that you have, that you can lean upon in this time? Oh, my friends, how beautiful is that? Beyond illusion. Okay, so this card in the traditional tarot represents the Judgment card. This translates to the Judgment card, and the Judgment card is all about spiritual awakening. It's about clear vision. You can see here, the third eye in this image is emphasized here. And it appears that from this third eye, all of this magic is appearing, because we're coming close to the end of a cycle. That's what this card is saying. We're coming close. We're moving. We're approaching the end of a cycle of learning. And we can think of our lives as repeating cycles, okay? We start out in the beginning like the fool, like the happy-go-lucky, I'm going to see what happens now. I'm going to go on a new adventure, right? And then we go through all these different experiences. We meet all these different people. And then we get towards the end of a cycle and we are wise. Excuse me, guys. I don't want to pause I don't want to like stop recording because I feel like this is, the energy coming through is really profound right now. So normally I'd edit out those little nose blowing things. Anyway, so you're coming towards the end of this cycle here. There are these moments in life where things pile on top of each other, one upon another. Sometimes the tower moments can last a month, 2 months, 3 months. It feels like it's never ending, and it's like, how many more things can go wrong? But then there comes like a certain point after we have resisted this energy, where we relax and let go and surrender. It comes to us all at different times, but so here's the thing. When your tower moment, or we could even call it a tower chapter in your life, depending on what's true for you right now, but when the first hint of a tower comes, can you relax into it? And that feels like the heart of the message that I was called to share with you today. Can you relax into it? Because if you relax into it, just from a sheer timing perspective, what you're doing is you're saying to the universe, I am ready, listening, and open to all the lessons that are wanting to come to me right now. I'm open. No, it's not convenient. No, it's not what my ego would prefer. However, I am opening myself up to these new lessons about what it means to be a human being. And because I'm opening myself to this new beginning, right? My comfortable comfort zone is being ripped away. And there's nothing I can really do about that. I'm realizing I don't actually have control in this situation. So what I'm going to do is surrender to what's happening, accept what's happening, and just listen. Because this, Ace of Pentacles, is coming for me on the other side of this craziness, on the other side of this confusion. So how do we surrender? We breathe. One conscious single breath is meditation. Okay, so, we're going through all this, but we stop just for a few minutes, close our eyes, focus on breathing. We don't think about tomorrow. We don't think about whether we like or dislike what's happening. We don't think about anything. We just pay attention to breathing. We pay attention to the physical sensations of inhales and exhales. Does the breath feel cool? Does the breath feel nourishing? How does our heart feel as we breathe? What does our skin feel like? What does our nostrils feel like? Is the air moving quickly? Is the air moving slowly in and out of our body? I mean, it's just raw physical sensations. It's observing that. What else is surrender? Surrender is prayer. For those of you who pray, and that may not resonate with everyone, but what else is surrender? Surrender is making art. Stopping our relentless pace and making time for art, for creation, whether that's writing, whether that's painting, whether that's sculpting, whatever you do, making poetry. Making art is meditation because we're so focused on what we're doing. We're so full of joy within that moment of creation. Have you ever experienced where you're creating art in a really hard time in your life, and for like a brief moment you forget your pain, and the sweetness of that perfect note? You're singing a song and the perfect note comes out, and for like one moment you completely are at peace with everything in your life. So that's what the universe is asking you to lean into, whether it is a meditation practice. And I do recommend, if you haven't started a regular meditation practice, you got to start now. I'm going to be real. You got to start now. If you want to move through this tower moment quicker, start now. 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, make that commitment. If you need help starting with meditation, I want you to reach out to me. I offer private sessions, private readings, life coaching. I can guide you. I can help you find a meditation technique that really you enjoy. That's the whole key to meditating, finding something you enjoy. There's like thousands, in truth, infinite meditation techniques and ways. But the key is finding what you resonate with, what's going to get you motivated to keep doing it day after day. So anyway, reach out to me. Private sessions, in my contact info is below. But that's how we surrender to the moment of what's happening, is to breathe, is to meditate, is to make art, is to have downtime with our loved ones, self-care, go see a Reiki healer, go see a therapist, an energy healer. But the point, though, that I'm saying is like to stop resisting what's happening, because it's in the resistance that is causing the suffering. It's in the resistance that is blocking your ability to receive what the universe is trying to give you. Ultimately, my loves, even though it may not feel like it in the moment, the tower is a gift. It's a gift. Yes. Page of Wands. The tower is trying, in an ultimate sense, what the tower is doing is trying to communicate to us about what really matters in life. Page of Wands is all about some kind of communication about what matters to us on the deepest level of our heart, like our heart's desires, our heart's like reason for being here. We all have a different reason for being here. All of us have a reason for being here. And I mean, many reasons, really. Saying one reason isn't, we have many, many reasons for being here. But the Page of Wands, the Tower is basically saying, you're ready for new passion, for new excitement in life. And this old thing that we're taking away, we're crumbling the tower. We're crumbling it down to its foundations. This massive tower is about to become a pile of bricks on the ground. And is that easy? No. I mean, it's horrible. Last year around this time, I lost many things in my life simultaneously that I thought I could never lose. All in the blink of an eye. And it was terrible. And it was wonderful because here I am now. You know, when I look back to videos that I made a year ago, I see someone who's much more afraid, someone who's much more full of self-doubt, less confident, just afraid of life. You know, in the beginning intro of this video, Spirit Guide Tarot, this is the place where we fall in love with life. I can honestly tell you that tower time of my life, which spanned a few months, was pretty much all of the spring and summer of last year. It allowed me to really fall in love with life. It's really interesting because I was in a stagnant place for a couple years before that. So I want you to think about what has been stagnant in your life. What has been stuck, And what is the universe up to right now? It's trying to remove that stagnancy from your life. Yeah, for some of you out there, and this is not going to apply to everybody, but you have been a workaholic. You've been too busy. Too much going on, too much trying to reach for success and worldly fame, acclaim, fortune, all that. It's time to slow down. It's time to slow down. That's just for a couple of you guys out there. Some of you guys, actually, with the Enlightenment card here, is telling me that you guys have actually been, in a way, on your spiritual path, there's been like something you haven't been seeing clearly. Maybe there's a practice, or I'm hearing a way that you do your spiritual practices that is not in alignment for you anymore. For example, maybe you have practiced a certain specific meditation technique for 10 years, right? Every day, faithfully, or frequently. And then you kind of are starting to realize, like, I don't actually resonate with that anymore. Like, not really, maybe a little, but it's not the primary focus of what I want to be doing, For me recently, I went through kind of a little mini tower moment recently and got clarity that for me, I needed to shift my meditation from less of like seated, closed eye stillness meditation to movement meditation, moving my body, spending more effort doing asana practice and walking in nature, things like that, and it's like this tower moment, this tower chapter is, it's a miracle. What else can we say? This card here, look at the life force energy, the Reiki, the light coming out here. It's interesting. It's coming out of what looks to be like a tree stump. And there was a tree. It looks like there was a tree before. I'm seeing with my inner vision. That tree got knocked down, chopped down, And all that's left here is the stump. Oh, the lights just came back on. I don't know. Ah, hold on. I gotta. Did you guys hear that? That was my white noise machine that was on before. Okay. Anyway, that's funny. Spirit really wants to highlight this message here. So there was a tree. It was chopped down. Right? That's the tower. Everything's coming down. From that seeming nothingness, which is really actually not nothing but something, this tree stump, comes all this beauty, this light, this energy. I also knew there was a reason I was called to wear this yellow scarf today, because it really matches this bright, beautiful energy that I'm seeing here in this miracle card. I'm going to leave you here with these words. Whatever you are going through, whether little or humongous, whether it's tiny or monumental, or whether you're simply receiving and absorbing this message to tuck it away in your memory banks for a later date, or to maybe help you make sense of the past, of previous tower moments, I want you to know that the universe is giving you a miracle. And to get through this time, my friends, just breathe. It's really as simple as that. I mean, yes, you can do more other practices. Please do whatever you feel called to do, but let that be like the anchor point right now. Throughout your day, just coming back to the breath. And as you breathe, just giving yourself that permission to mentally disconnect from the story of what's happening, because the story of what's happening is terrible. I'm losing this. This makes no sense. I hate this. This is unfair. This is stupid, right? This is when you're breathing, you're just taking a moment to disconnect from that story, to let that story go, to be here, right now, where everything truly is okay. Are you still in a human body? Awesome. Are you still on earth? Great. You will get through this time, I promise. And you will come out of this wiser, stronger, more spiritually aware and in tune. I love you so much. If you would like some extra support, you can always reach out to me for a private session. Otherwise, I hope this video was helpful for you. Pass it along to a friend who's going through a tower moment too, if you like. We're all in this together. Okay. Thanks for being here with me today. I'll see you in the next video. I love you. Namaste.